Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eaters. We're doing a comparison, breaking down the visuals, the cutscenes, details that are enhanced. We're looking at a lot of good stuff today, and it's gonna be a fun ride. I want you guys to come along and take some notes and share some things that you find in this brand new trailer for the Tokyo Game Show. We do have coverage of the official trailer and all of the news from gameplay impressions on the channel, so make sure you check that out. And we're doing giveaways for anybody who wants a copy of this game. I'm going to be doing multiple giveaways. All you got to do is leave a comment and lock in from there. We're going fade to black so that you guys can get ready. Here we go.
Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield.
Is that why you abandoned me?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
Are you one of Vulcan's men?
No. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain. That's what they were making you build?
Yes, the Shagohod.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo.
If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
An ocelot never lets his prey escape.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU. Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
Even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger.
Colonel!
It'll be our friend, the American defector.
Oh yeah.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times.
Sorry I'm late.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a moment before we continue to just look at a couple screenshots. We definitely have amazing visuals coming out of Tokyo Game Show.
Listen
and
to
this
me,
trailer
Jack.
as well.
Just because soldiers are on
And I
the same
just want
side
to
right
share
now
it
doesn't mean
and
they
give you
always
guys
will
a
be.
chance to digest this a little more thoroughly. And if you find any new footage or images, make sure you send it over to the Discord. So right here, we're looking at amazing pieces of the cutscene, just some really great details. And so just naturally, it's a huge upgrade. I mean, leaps and bounds. But we got to remember that the original came out so long ago that, of course, this is expected. You can see kind of the graphics there on what has been upgraded a bit. And this is some of the Tokyo Game Show images that were sent to me, Discord. But yeah, a lot of good stuff. We're gonna dive into a comparison and break down this a little more, hopefully help you guys along the way as we go. So let's do it. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about on my personal perspective, the graphics sure are fine, but I want to just kind of talk about minor details that you might not notice. You can see here on the bottom half of the screen. I'm going to keep the trailer up top to entertain those who need something going. But on the bottom, you're looking at the shoes and you see the dirt on the shoes. You see the lace, the actual buckle. And even the cowboy, I don't know what the name of that stuff is in the back, guys, but you know, those cowboy sparks or something, whatever they're called. And so I want to kind of showcase Ocelot, my favorite, by the way. He's incredible, and you can see the details on his outfit, some of the creases and things like that that it's just stand out in this version. And even his facial expressions, you can see his actual, you know, facial bone structure, which is super cool. And we're gonna pause it right here. Even in this part right here, you're seeing a lot of little details with his lips, the movement, and the ears, and it all just feels a lot more authentic and true to Ocelot. Don't get distracted by Eve up top, all right? But yeah, and then you see, of course, the very cool scenes from Ocelot being badass as usual. There's a lot here, so we're gonna cut a little bit and pause so you guys can get a quick look on some of it. As you can see here, Ocelot just smirking with his little, and let's just take a look at the environment. All right, so the details in the environment, it's more realistic and less you know, the coloring that they made on the original was amazing, but you can tell they're like trying to make up for lesser hardware, and they've evolved, of course, as you can see. And look at just Ocelot's hair above his, right above his head compared to the original. These details are the things that you gotta say, wow, okay, you guys got me. It's very awesome. Now let's just take a look at Ocelot and pay attention to that smirk, the eyes, and just the extra detail in the shadows. It's just special, with his hair really looking like actual hair that you can put your finger through rather than just the previous game. And again, first of all, I say the first one's an originally masterpiece, but just talking about the different time. And so we're gonna cut through some of this and just show you guys. See, there's more bees on screen in the original, but it doesn't really look like bees. It looks like blurs. And the new one has a little more authentic bees, and I like it. And this is gonna be like a big topic, so I wanted to kind of give my initial breakdown and thoughts on what we're seeing. I want to see this with the filter as well, so maybe I'll make a second version with the filter on it. But yeah, these parts here are very emotional, and this just all of this, like, you trust somebody and then they betray you, and this is powerful. One of the most powerful moments in the game. It's really early on too, and you see Snake looking at her with that grim, unlike the original, and just that facial expression to me is more than enough for all the characters and all the crazy scenes. No spoilers, but there's some amazing and terrible stuff that happens in the game that's very much special. And I love this part right here where Snake is taking off her bandana, holding onto her head there. She's throwing them off, and the animation's just always been something outrageously good for Snake, right? And for everybody that's new, this happens super early. Apologies, I did not make this trailer, but yeah, too late now, right? If you watched it. And so you're sitting here looking at Vogan about to throw a missile, and his facial features definitely are standing out. And you see Snake very injured. A lot of little miniature details here with her eyes, her sadness. Even her lips look a little good. I'm telling you guys, this trailer is so spectacular in its own right. I'm absolutely excited about it when the game fully releases. And of course, we got the reveal of a fan favorite. I wonder why. One and the only Big Mama, aka Eva. You can see the difference here. She's always had that charming, you know, very pretty type of face, but the hair to me is what the hair and the lips just give it that really true, like, oh wow, this is more authentic and more realistic. She says, "Sorry to keep you waiting," or does she? Kept you waiting, huh? And so pretty funny, pretty cool. We're gonna go from the top and just look at some of these graphics as far as the original introduction cutscene. This is literally one of the first things you do is you're landing in the first couple minutes of the game. And this is important because this is giving you the introduction to the jungle. For those that are new, there's a lot going on in here. You got to survive this jungle, and we're going to just check out this hero landing, and you can see the ray tracing right off of his goggles. You can see that looking really sharp and special. Very nice. And this is the type of detail you want for a remake, remaster, whatever you guys want to call it. And now we're going to look at somebody who doesn't get no love. This guy helped create the Metal Gear. Okay, he's showcasing it right there. He's burning off all of the blueprints and all the information. And you can just see his detail here. The old man, Sokolov. You're here to rescue him. That's your first mission in the game, just so you guys know. You can see right here the extra detail on his face, even his neck. You know, all of those details are there. He looks a little younger, huh? But very cool stuff. Even Snake trying to say, "Hey man, I'm not here to kill you, buddy. Calm down." And he has a different camo on, which is nice. I just love this. This right here is the one where I'm like, I'm sold. You showed me this, man. The original looks like clay compared to the new one. And this is why I say, oh, it's just a 1-to-1. I'll just play the original. It's like, well, if I can play this one, I'm going to, you know, graphically, just on the graphics alone. It's just my opinion, though. What do I know? And then Snake's in here checking out the Metal Gear, which we're going to do a little quick preview about. The Metal Gear is the best Metal Gear. One of the best, in my opinion. I love Metal Gear Rex and Ray, of course, but I don't know what it was about Shagohod, or AKA Part 3's Metal Gear. Let me go rewind a little bit and get another look at it real quickly. And you can see this bad boy is powering. And you can clearly see it instead of the more shaded version of it. And now this is the scene, guys, where our one and only, the boss, and Vogan and Snake are there. Three of the most iconic characters. They're all villains and they're all heroes. Well, except for Vogan. So you see Snake here, and we kind of seen this in the previous trailer where he's standing there with his gun, so we already know about that. But all of this detail you're about to see with Vogan officially electrifying the areas, and I'm trying to pause it perfectly so you can get a glimpse of electricity running through him and see his facial expression, which is way darker in my opinion. He looks like really twisted in this game. He just has those eyes where it's like you can barely see, just pure shadow. He's just determined, dark, twisted. I think that is a very good look. And we're gonna see our buddy, the one and the only Ocelot. That ass, the greatest. You're pretty good. That's his famous stance. And we've seen most of this. But yeah, so I just want to kind of talk about it and just give out my feelings. I think that the trailer was done well. The graphics are 100% perfect as far as like, okay, this got me sold, because I feel like the emotions in the faces mostly are what's gonna really sell this game when I play it. And I'm like, yeah, wow, that's all I needed. And you know, there's so many other improvements. I mean, we're not even talking gameplay today, but I definitely feel like if you're a fan of the series, you're gonna love it. If you're a new player, it's a must, because you're finally getting true experience of the Metal Gear game. So for me, why not? that's kind of my impressions and thoughts. Again, let me know your opinion, anything you spotted. I haven't done a full deeper dive like I'm going to do in the near future. I wanted to give you guys just a preview of the comparison as well as my initial reaction to videos. I do have a trailer breakdown and I have the Tokyo Game Show hands-on impressions that's going to be popping up on the screen for you to check out. And make sure you jump on the giveaway, man. We want to get everybody involved through the comments and be selecting random winners for the holidays. Hopefully this game get announced for early 2025. Konami, I hope you're listening. Yeah, spam in the chat. Release this thing. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you have a blessed day.